Alright, hey guys, today I'm going to talk about something that I realized just by looking inward and examining myself and just how I function. And maybe by watching this video, you will be able to identify something that stands out for you that will help you to even unlock more things and be even more curious about yourself. So, when I was in undergrad and I was doing a lot of mock interviews, I always heard them talk about little catchphrases that were going to make you stand out in the job interview process, right? And one of these catchphrases was, it's not really a catchphrase, but it's like a thing to say that will just make the employer want to hire you. And one of those things were, you work well under pressure. I used to say that in every single interview that I went in. Of course, I did not get every job that I've applied for, but I just felt, I said it so much that I convinced myself that I really do work well under pressure. And that's really just when I understand that you can literally convince yourself of anything. But now, as I am getting to understand myself a lot more, I actually don't work that well under pressure. Like, if I'm just gonna be honest, and it's not that I cannot take pressure, but I have literally been in many different roles that are very pressure centric. And I have felt the most anxious, I felt the most unsteady. Of course, I'm still performing and doing my job duties, and all of my employers still say the same thing about me: you are very hardworking. However, I always feel anxious. I always feel just so much anxiety in my body, and I didn't realize that it's just because that's not the environment that I thrive in. And so, as I am looking about finding things that align with me in this season of my life, it's just like I am not going to say that just because I think it will get me an opportunity if that's just not really how I function. I don't know who needs to hear this, but the entire day I've been literally just trying to understand what would be the most beneficial thing for me to share tonight. And this has just been something that I just really thought about, just because I got anxious this evening since I have a project that's coming up that is due in a couple of hours, and I started feeling my anxiety rising. I started feeling my body tense. I started rushing everything automatically, not even because I was putting the pressure on myself, but because my body has just been trained to perform this way whenever I get anxious. And this is exactly how I feel in many of the roles that I've had in the past, and even that I currently have, to be frank. And so I don't know what old thing you are still convincing yourself of that no longer aligns with the person that you are, right? And maybe it feels like it aligns, but it's just because you're just not focusing on yourself. You're just not internalizing your actions and your thoughts and the way you're moving and all of that to understand yourself better. That's the reason why you think that everything that you've just been programmed to think and do is just who you are. I'm not going to be long because I do have to complete a project tonight, and I did not remember tonight was when it is supposed to be done. So I kind of have to run, but I just wanted to come on here and share this. I don't know if who needed to hear, but if it's you, maybe this is not the thing that you're realizing for yourself, but maybe this can spark you to realize what that thing is for you. Anyways, I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one tomorrow. Alright, share it with a friend, even if you didn't feel like it was for you, but maybe can be for somebody else that you know. Alright, share with a friend and comment below what stood out for you, or if you feel comfortable sharing, what is that thing that you really are discovering about yourself and the way that you work and the way that you operate that can actually help you to make more intentional decisions and to take yourself to the next level that you desire. All right, but thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Let's go make some mistakes. Bye.